Hello gamers and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft here on the channel, and welcome to part 8 of the Millennium Park in Minecraft project. Before we begin, we're going to do a small intermission with some side projects that we've been doing on the channel, and by we I mean me. And before we continue off the progress of the park so far, before you do, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and comment down on what you guys want me to do next on pretty much Minecraft and the channel. Right here is our first intermediate side of the project. We have copied, by we mean me again, I have copied a little bit of the block from based on an existing part of New York, Lower New York, Bowery. And these are pretty much some buildings that are located in Lower Manhattan that are part of New York's Chinatown area. And it's going to be pretty interesting. As you can see, we got some pretty much good progress. I mean, we meet again. And I wanted something interesting over here. So as you can see, we got pretty much some interesting stuff. This building, which starts on Bowery and Hester. In real life, this street here would be a one-way street that way to Hester. And this block in real life would be Bowery Avenue. This building right here is the start of it. And basically, this is a Chinese restaurant over here and a few other stuff. And other down here is pretty much the rest are pretty much restaurants that are pretty much in the same necessity. Again, this is a Chinatown buildings right here in that part in real life. And it's interesting. I really do think it's interesting. And obviously, some of these buildings are not on the same street. They are, but some of these streets, like for example, that one is merged into one building, and then, if I'm not mistaken, that building over there is on that other side, facing the other side of the street in real life. And obviously, I'm still doing progress on these. This has been a thing for me since I think for 3 days now. This building would be facing the opposite direction, next right to the Chinese building over there in real life, which obviously this is a Bank of America, and on this side is apparently a hotel, which is interesting. And obviously over here, this is a custom building I got inspired to do, based on the buildings that we did earlier that I showed off. And we finally got some stuff to make this side of the street look more interesting. I got a chance to do some adjustments on the back part of this building, and I have to remind you guys, this is a one-way street that heads that away over there. So this is not a two-way street. This is a one-way street with traffic, and it is pretty interesting. Not gonna lie. And obviously, I did some adjustments on the street. Obviously, this street is not in there in real life. Or else I don't think it is. Otherwise, it'll be very complex. Over here is basically a street where it goes to pretty much resumes that way. This is a turning lane that goes to the alley that I decided to make because I thought, why not? There is no alley in back of these buildings, and it's primarily because New York does not believe in alleys, which is unfortunate because obviously they have to worry about trash and all that on their streets. But otherwise, I decided to put an alley back here to make it more interesting, and I made custom back areas for most of these builds. But of course, they're still pretty much hollow. I do plan to eventually add some interior stuff in here at some point, and I thought it would be interesting. And of course, this alley does give it some more character. Of course, mine's a little bit differently because of the fact that we added some sidewalks. And by we, mean me again. And this custom parking lot right here. And some stuff right here. And, yeah, it's very interesting. And this road isn't too bad. It's still technically a two-lane. As obviously I didn't have the lines, but technically you still park. And of course, to solve this issue of when it curbs, I decided to pretty much make this like a little mini area for the orange lane. Because some lanes like this, when you ever have a big road like this, you have to pretty much add a little gap to make it more even on the roads. And I did a little adjustment. I decided to try to work with the currents and the layout of the land, excuse me, to make this nice pool area or ocean area view. And it'll be extended as much as I possibly can to make it more interesting, but at the same time, make it too shitty. And that's what I pretty much did in the back. I didn't touch any of these builds in a while, so no progress here. Still trying to figure out how to do this without making it look terrible. And I'm also going to probably eventually get Fun Killer here to see if he wants to do anything over here if he can. Because obviously the train's going to have to do some adjustments, but I still want to at least help him out with a project that I think he'll like. That I didn't mean to destroy originally on his project by accident. It was one of those secret projects. But otherwise, it's very interesting. I will say, like this world is progressing very interesting. And then before I show off the project that we done, I have one more thing to show you before we get back into it, and that is the a little something, another small project that is based on a real life building, and that is this nice apartment complex. In real life, this is the Illinois State. Actually, no, give me a sec. I have that wrong. Where is it? In real life, this would be the Illinois State Medical Society building that is located on North Michigan Avenue in downtown Chicago. It is basically in front of Millennium Park. If I'm not mistaken, it would technically be the exact placement minus this tree park that I pretty much have here. But in Minecraft, I made it into two things. I made it into a building apartment. Blech, I need to stop talking fast. Building apartment complex. So this building right here is 95% done. The back of the building I still need to work on, but otherwise it has stores on the bottom. It has a tool store, basically get some weapons and tools. And then we have a second GameStop location in this world. Obviously, I'm gonna come back to fix that font and the sign up that says GameStop. But it's very interesting so far. And then these other two buildings, I'm still debating what to make these, but otherwise these two will be stores as well. But otherwise, that's what I have so far. Obviously, at one point the Hancock building was here, but I want to put it somewhere else better, and I was very overwhelmed with how I was gonna do it. And we'll be coming back to that project at some point at a different time. But for now, I'm happy that this building right here. Still debating if I'm gonna move the Aeon building over here to its actual original placement. I recently found the hard way that technically it makes these banners that decide to make this beautiful American flag in here in Minecraft. It technically does cause lag and a bit of illusion pain when I look at it. And if it hurts your eyeballs at home, I do apologize. But otherwise, it's pretty much interesting. I do like how it came out, and I really like how this came in with this nice lobby. This is the lobby pretty much, and of course where you check your mail. And I decided to spawn in these weird people, because why not, to make it less boring, but it looks pretty nice. Got these nice stairs and all that part. And, again, still need work. This is the back part of the building. Obviously, I still need to figure out how to make these rooms, but otherwise, not too bad. And I forgot to put the lobby stuff right here. That's on me. But otherwise, that's pretty much the progress in this nice, interesting apartment complex. Very interesting so far. And without further ado, we can finally get back to our project. Now, I did kind of forget what I showed off originally, but the fun fact about this update for this video is that this is the first stream of Minecraft, I think, that we have visual effects, meaning everything else looks pretty cool. Next gen technology that makes this look beautiful and all that part, more detail, and gives it more taste. And it makes it more unique as well in some cases. Obviously, I had to do some adjustments to it, but otherwise, I'd say it's pretty cool. Give it more trees, give it more life, because obviously, I don't want it to make it look bland and all that part. And do my best to make it look very nice. I also added some benches and these bigger, nothing parts of the park, which would normally, I guess, have tents or whatever, but yeah, it makes it look nice. During the 4th of July, if you follow me on Instagram at IronSmasher1024, I made a 4th of July monument, flag monument, which this area doesn't exist in real life, but I figured why not put one here for this empty part of the park. And although I unfortunately don't get this to work at the moment, these are fireworks. These would shoot out fireworks with either a button or a handle. And at some point, I will definitely fix this, whether I have to have help or not. I'm definitely gonna get this to help. We have the American flag, we have the Chicago 4-star flag, and a custom one of basically the Creeper Minecraft flag, which I thought would be interesting. And I figured why not have this, and as you can see, I made a little sea lantern with, well, putting some trapdoors and yellow carpet to make it look like a golden circle. And I like it because it puts a little bit of light on the flags, signify their awesomeness and their swag. And of course, obviously, this is a 4th of July project. Didn't get a chance to do a video on this, unfortunately, but I did put a nice picture on there on the IG. Be sure to follow. And nice pathway, or either from the park, or either from the bike lane, or either from over here on this side of the park in this area. And yeah, during the next project, I also added some flowers and stuff in the middle sections, whatever this is called in real life. Give it some nice design of flower and bushes. Um, Decided to go a little bit interesting, and there wasn't a lot of tall flower designs. There's like 3 or 4, but well, actually 3. But either way, I decided to do something interesting and make it look nice as possible. I'll put it to daytime real quick, or early in the morning. Better. And as you can see, it looks pretty interesting and detailed. Got these nice flowers and bushes. And I added bushes to these parts right here as well, because that's what's literally here in real life. And I did the same thing to the other side. I did a little something different on the one with the Christmas tree a little bit. Um, Let me show it off real quick. Got that beautiful Christmas tree, even though right now it's not Christmas time yet. We're in July still. Did the same thing, but a little different the pattern. I did this part to make it look like it snows a little bit. Obviously, if you look real closely, the pattern's off, obviously, but I'm not going to complain too much. It's supposed to signify snow, so that's kind of the point a little bit. Then I continue the same pattern off, and then the same design over here. And again, I try to make it both sides look good as much as I can. Tree patterns are pretty decent. Obviously, I did the same thing on the other side with the benches and the lights in a much near even significance with a decent bush design, I guess. The bushes are a little bland, but they're not too ugly, I suppose. I don't remember if I showed you this, but on the underground parking garage, I decided to do a little thing where, well, actually, let me show it off first. So some stuff still needs to be worked around here. In terms of the dark area, I decided to put this glowstone. I'm gonna be on most of these edges. I'm gonna do it to pretty much every area. I'm still gonna put the lights in the ceiling fans because that's definitely needed, and you can definitely see why if you're watching this as well. But otherwise, the underground parking garage is coming up pretty nice. Both staircases are pretty much ready, with the exception of the upper parts, needing a roof and all that part. Otherwise, it looks pretty good. Um, Gotta do the pillars over there with these pillars, and make sure the pillars have a top part as well, because why not? Otherwise, everything else is pretty much coming out well. I decided to put a proper sidewalk design over here, and no regrets to it. I think it looks nice. I'd say it looks pretty cool. Still gotta do some lighting over here. It's hard to put lighting in Minecraft, unless you want to do anything like specific with mods or whatever. It's very hard, but I don't know. It's like I'm still getting ideas to see if I can fix it or not, but so far it's somewhat working. Definitely need that drink. As for this connection right here, I'm pretty sure it connects perfectly. Just gotta do the interior of this black tower, which definitely connects to the underground garage. Still debating if I'll make another one for the other side, but there's really no reason to at the moment to do it. Not to mention that there's still no way of putting up yet, so that's a thing. I'm pretty sure I showed this off already, but I did this middle section right here with this nice tree design, make it look interesting. I don't know why it's causing the game to lag, but the middle section right here is pretty cool. Proper crosswalk. The interesting tree design to give it more nature because I feel like it does kind of need nature. Still gotta put some street lights, but otherwise everything else is pretty much good on the streets. I really like how it's shaping up though a little bit, but I definitely missing a few things here. I haven't touched the Holiday Inn in a while, as you can see. At some point I'm gonna touch that part, and a lot of areas I need to touch up. Honestly, not gonna lie. Otherwise, everything else is pretty much coming out pretty well. I'm thinking of remodeling my Aldi to make it look smaller, to make it look like the new Aldi that opened in the area that I'm currently living at. Because granted, the Aldi is kind of looking a little rough at the moment. That's something I might consider doing. Oh yeah, I think I already mentioned this, but obviously the entrance to the underground parking lot, the second one, got moved over here. It looks pretty cool. At least I think so. And now I have to figure out what I'm going to put over here. Because of this um, this odd area right here. Maybe make this a unique wheelchair area, I don't know. It could be interesting. But obviously, other than that, everything else is shaping up pretty well. For over here, I'm thinking of putting trees obviously over here. I got a little bit of some over here to start with. And, there's so many ideas I could try that I think I might give it a shot at some point. And before anyone says anything, no, I'm not gonna make that bicycle area over there because there's no space. I can't do that, and it wouldn't look fine anyway. Let's see here. As for the stage, the Millennium Pavilion, yeah, I could definitely use some ideas on how to make this place look interesting. I gotta reserve this back part of it though for the Harris Theater, which I'm still working on in terms of research on the inside and regular stuff. Otherwise, I'd say it's somewhat gonna shape pretty decent. Uh, oh, he's back. And there is a guest here who's just looking around the world, so I'm not gonna bother him too much. So I gotta figure out what I'm gonna put on this side, but otherwise, there's some stuff I could try, sometimes I could not. Cool Minecraft truck builds hasn't done anything yet on this side at the moment. Um, I don't know what to say, but I'll still leave it there for now. I understand Ken and I are pretty much busy most of the time, but we'll just have to see. Other than that, I'm gonna leave it there. Uh, the park could definitely use some stuff though. Anyways, let's see if we can add some stuff since we're here streaming. I'm gonna load up my layout real quick. But if anybody has any questions in the chat, be sure to put them up in right now. And if you are just watching this while the stream is already over, comment down anyway. See you guys want to see on here, and any recommendations for what I can do here at Minecraft or on the channel. So far we have one person watching the stream. Welcome. Let's see here. It's great to see the stream is actually not lagging too, which is good. You hear that, Frontier? Hmm. Let's see here. I still gotta figure out how to do the tinfoil design on that top of that auditorium. That's gonna be a pain in the ass, and then... Hmm. Oh. I got an... Is it grill, calf, parking... Hmm. What could we do? Oh, come on. Load up. There you go, buddy. There you go. Hmm. So there are definitely trees nearby. Near that section over here. So I think what I will do is I will do something different. Hmm. I was originally gonna say I'm gonna make the sidewalk zigzag over here, but no, it would not look good. Although, hmm, shit, I can't do that. For now, I'm gonna do trees. We're gonna use regular saps, which could either be good or bad. And I know people will hate normal trees in Minecraft, and to those people, I say, you're not completely wrong. There we go. I mean, if you want to make trees for me, come my world. This is a this is an open world. Just don't fuck anything up in my world. That's all I ask. But anyways, gonna generate some trees over here. Kablamo. That is a big ass bush right there. Hmm. Don't want to take that out of context, please. Let's see here. Okay, that's actually ugly. R.I.P. my dignity. I'm gonna make sure there's no beehives too. I hate those shits. If anybody want in the chat watching why there's a person in the world, he actually texted me before I started. He wants to see people's worlds, and he's the third visitor for today in this world, I think, or third visitor for this week, I should say. And not gonna lie, it's nice to see people visiting the world, and I'm actually asked for feedback on what to do more. The other day I saw this cool guy that has the most epic Minecraft world ever. It's amazing. He and his builders have an imagination that is far greater than mine. Hmm. At some point I'm going to worry about lights. Shit. Alright. That's a decent amount of... Gonna do more later. Shit. You know what? I didn't do trees that much over there, didn't I? Behind the stage. You know what? I think I will turn... Unfortunately, I don't like to do this, but... Always stay true. Hmm. It's gonna hurt some people's eyeballs, I know. I don't have any, so... Sucks to be you. I don't remember the layout of the trees for over here, so... I don't think anybody's gonna be too mad if I do this wrong. Hush, Dougie. The boy's at work right now. Oh. What is it did you like, boy? Oh, no. Oh. 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 that's auto-generated. That's the game. Oh. That was the game. Huh. The man really said, I like this over here. It looks so cool. I'm like, sir, that's the game, not me. Huh. Sinister Ace made another house over here. This is Sinister's Ace's second or third house. That is very far away. And by far away, I mean for the back part of my house. So I have to be careful when cutting some of this shit out. This man complimented Acorn Fields. That was auto-generated by the game. Oh, hi Waffle House. That's right, we have Waffle House in Minecraft. Oh yeah, eventually we're gonna have to redo another video of an updated version of the UPS postal service. And he left the game, bruh. Make up your mind. Alright, we gotta figure out what to do in this world. I guess we could start with this. This is gonna be a pain in the ass because we still have to figure out how to do the proper timing of this thingy that exists with this weird chain. Basically, there's like wires. That's actually like a surrounding part of a dome. We gotta do that. And I don't know how I'm gonna do the pattern because it's one of those ugly patterns. But I guess what we'll do is that we'll meet in the middle and see from there. And if it doesn't work out to my advantage, I'll just make my own version of the wire. Because unfortunately, not everything can be the same, unfortunately. Unless I do mods, but I don't think I'll be able to do this on here anytime soon. Alright. Start with the other side. Ow, my foot. Huh, it hasn't even been an hour yet. Alrighty. If I see something I don't like, I'm gonna fix it, obviously, but I don't know. It's Minecraft, everybody. Everything must suffer at some point. And by suffer, I mean it'll be boring. There we go. There we go. Starting to cook a little bit. It's gonna take a long ass while. It already looks weird. It looks like Simon Belmont's whip. Don't ask how I know that. Oh, we're definitely getting a Nintendo Direct next week, which I guess is gonna be interesting. Alright, that's good enough. Actually, it might be too good. Oh no, that's too good. Sir, do not redeem. Do not redeem. Alright, we got that one end started. So for those who are very confused with what I'm doing, basically there are wires that go, well, technically metal wires, but essentially the acts as like a little doming area, and Basically, it covers up all the way over there in the stage. And not only does it act as a little dome, but it also acts as like a little braces. So, for example, some people could put like a weird slide projector on it, or not slide projector, one of those big lights that are basically has like that move around and all that part, stuff like that. But it's also there for design because Millennium Park is also like an art piece technically, but meh. It's a nice park, but it's also weird when it comes to its ideas. I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me, chat. Oh, perfect. We meet in the middle. I think. I gotta double check. Let's see, is this the middle? Oh, that actually might be the middle. Alright. We got one part of it done. The bad part is that it's not gonna look identical that much in terms of the layout, but I personally don't care, so it looks fine. I'm sure my beautiful city will let me let me take this L, or excuse I should say. Right guys? Right? Let's see here. We're gonna make this the exact same on the other side. I don't think we could do a command block to make it get near its level. And even if I do, I don't think it'll work well. So I'm okay with doing it manually, as I know I could make a mistake and easily fix it. Otherwise, I'm liking how it's progressing. It's coming up pretty interesting. And if I don't like it, I can always fix it. What's this? We missed a block. That's not good. Huh. I wonder. The bottom part. Ah, I get it. Okay. So obviously that's incorrect, but I don't. But it looks fine regardless. Basically, I'm supposed to do is connect it to that or that. But judging by my angle, I think that's not possible in Minecraft for me at least, unless I do it incorrectly. But I'll make do with this. I'll make it look better. I saw this one guy make a hide and seek Minecraft version of the Comet Observatory from Galaxy. It was awesome. Oh, too high. Alright. Actually, that's not a problem. It needs to look up, it needs to align with this anyway, so if we go up, it's fine. I'm not too worried on it. How did I miss that one? That is so weird. That is very weird. Getting them to connect might be an issue, but I'm hoping it won't. Alright, a little more. 51. Alright, we reached it. How did I miss you? How did I miss you? I do have to double check to make sure sometimes these things align, or the alignment is perfect on both ends. When we get to over there, that's when the alignment kind of gets a little messed up, and getting it needs to be fixed. Alright. Continuing on. When I'm finished with this, I'm going to put it in a Minecraft map. That's going to be very funny. Shit. Okay, there we go. We're not that far from it. It's good. I think I already broke the bottom part. No, I did not. Okay. It's like, oh, great, I broke it again. No, I did not. You're imagining things. Yay. Oh, yeah. Forgot to mention this. Cubs, Yankees, 4-1. We beat their asses. We beat the Yankees. Let's go. Chicago Cubs. Suck it. There we go. Second alignment done. I'm very curious how I'm going to do the second alignment. The second one's going to be a little bit annoying. Alright, I'm going to do the little test block. I'm going to see how far I need to put it in zigzag form out of curiosity. So what we're going to do is we put a little Z. Alright, so... Alright, so up and down zigzag will be useless. Noted. What about a 3-zag? Out of curiosity. Because connecting all of them is going to be a pain in the ass anyway, but I might as well get an idea of how to connect all of them together to make it easier so I can fix it or do adjustments as I go. Alright, that's actually not bad. That is actually doable. It is a little questionable though, but not bad. But of course, now that I'm looking at it, there really is no way for me to connect them all, like by itself like that. So I feel like the only thing I can really do is like basically that. The one thing with these wires in Millennium Park, where the shit, where the pavilion is at, with the Great Lawn, it's I don't know how to put it, but it's like it's very hard to make it so like it works perfectly, but also doesn't. Hmm. Shit, I accidentally deleted my 360 view. Okay. That's bullshit. Damn it, I lost my 360 view. But I did get a bit more interesting view that I didn't get the chance to see before. A little bit look at the backstage of Millennium Park a little tiny bit. Still very weird. Mine's very weird, but I don't know. The architecture is weird. As for this, I think I'll have to put it like this at all, even though I don't want to, but this is kind of the only thing I really can do. Although, if people want it, I can do a circular. I can make it look nicer if I wanted to. I don't see why not. I can make it look nicer. But first, I need to focus on this in order to do that. Otherwise, it won't look right. But anyways, we gotta do this a couple more times with every poll, don't we? Unfortunately, I am the only human here. Hmm. Oh, come on, don't do that. I don't think I could use a structure block without making it risky to make it look less ugly. For some reason, the voice control turned on my screen. So you guys saw a blue screen. My bad. I didn't even tell PlayStation to do that. Um, this could be good. Hmm. Oh, Taeju might be streaming today. almost there. Definitely will be covering Nintendo Direct. It would be nice to see what's cooking. I should definitely get back to recording Metroid Prime soon. Gotta get my ass into it. Because I am very behind. And there's already 4 videos that I already did. And I got so much editing to do. Yay. Editing your own videos is a pain in the ass. Alright, we got good news and bad news. The good news is we got the point out, thankfully. We got the alignment in. Bad news is that's gonna be a little high. So, we gotta figure how to align this properly. First, I'm gonna double check because it's right here. Okay, one more. I think it's one more. You should be good. I'm gonna put 3 as well, out of curiosity. And again, I'm using yellow because I need a way to figure out how I'm gonna do my planning. This is gonna be a very weird looking thing right here. That's all I'm gonna say, chat. And oh, it's gonna be longer. Okay. We'll do a risk. Make it 5. 5 each row long. I mean. Oh. Not too bad. I'd say that's actually not too bad. A little weird, but I guess it's doable. Oh shit, we missed one. Don't ask how I keep missing because I wouldn't be able to tell you. I'm still debating if I should put half a slab under each of them, honestly. It wouldn't be a complete bad idea. I'll help out with this one right here. There we go. To help out with the layout. I'm gonna see if Teju is live streaming out of curiosity. Oh yeah, I gotta make sure this live stream is added to the playlist. I'll do that real quick. Gotta love how YouTube sometimes loads weird. There we go, Minecraft. There we go. Yeah, it's getting there. This will be a short stream, but I promise I'll try to do some more progress. More in the next one. And try to be more exciting. At least sound exciting. I think I definitely need a Nintendo Switch or Nintendo Direct hype to restart my attitude. Oh, and definitely my car to not be in a mechanic, please. My car is in the shop for one more day, and it's a pain in the ass. Ugh, I hate it. I get a driver's license, and then I have to still deal with bullshit. And to make it worse, there's no CTA. Almost there, perfect. One more, and boom. Alright, the alignment's coming out pretty well. The bad part is that this is too high. This is literally too high. I think once we get over here, it's gonna be like too high to the point where I won't even be able to properly do anything about it. And even so, I have to worry about the adjustments for like until it reaches like back here in the back parts of the stage. That's gonna be the weirdest limit I can ever do. And then I still gotta try to at least do a circle if I can. Which is gonna be hard because circles never end well on these things. The bottom back part might be an easy circle though. In fact, both my PS5 and my PC are both connected to each other. So in theory, it might be easier for me to make a circle if I look from over here. And I could find a reference point somewhere around here too. Huh. Wouldn't be too bad, I guess, wouldn't it? But then I have to make sure that some of those are connected as well, which is not gonna be easy. Alright. Oh, TheGamingOdyessy is not streaming right now. I had no idea the Division 2 is still getting support. That's an old ass game. The Division 2. Like, who still plays that? Gonna see if I could do as much progress as I can before I end off the stream. I'll do enough stream like around 6 minutes. Maybe 10 more minutes, but nah. do hope everybody is enjoying the content on the channel, despite it being a little bit rough at the moment. I do apologize. I'm currently trying to edit Mario Wonder videos that'll be enjoyable to watch, so be on the lookout for that. Obviously, we finished Lego Star Wars finally, but eventually I'll be coming back to Lego Star Wars at some point in a very distant future. Otherwise, really like how everything is coming out on the channel with Lego games. It's coming out pretty well. And more to come, obviously. It's gonna be fun. Oh, damn it. Damn it. Ah, there we go. Put that high. Shit. There we go. We're almost there. One more, I think. No, we're not there yet. Oh. Alright. And then I'm gonna do the same thing over here, because I don't feel comfortable finishing it without actually finishing it. As always. Honestly, really hoping there's Nintendo Direct and hoping that some of the leaks are correct, but I still need to watch a few episodes. At work, I made a playlist of some news that videos I'll be hearing out on that part, because it distracted me from boredom, because I was at work in boring land, but I'm hoping for some good news, and one of the videos on the playlist is Nate the Hate. Obviously, some of you might have heard of him, but he's a pretty big deal in the gaming industry, and I can't wait to hear what he has to say, as well as Modern Vintage Gamer. Modern Vintage Gamer is also pretty cool. Both members of the Spawncast, and very interesting. Oh yeah, I can't wait to mention the Yankees L when RGT85 hears it. I'm expecting a and I'm also expecting eventual snipe from a Nintendo Switch 2 mouse when Call of Duty goes on the Nintendo Switch 2. It's gonna be funny. Alright, we're almost there. We're almost there connecting them. Now, but after next time I do this part right here, I'm gonna make sure both sides are connected perfectly, because after this is where things get a little bit weird. I don't remember if these two are connected properly. I think they are. Those two should be fine. And then the back ones are a different story. So I gotta double check those on those pin thingies. There we go. That's important. Two, three. I'm gonna make it another 5. Fuck it. Five. I'll allow it. 6. It basically made it to 6. This is going to be weird. Or weirder. It already looks like a skeleton of a dinosaur or something, or a spider. A skeleton of... It's a skeleton of something. It's weird. In terms of circles, I'm still debating. Because look, we got a lot of... We can do the circle. We gotta make sure we do the circle right. And then we have to still make sure it connects to other parts right here too. Which is the stupid part. And I have a feeling it's gonna be bad. The back part might be the only easy part because it's like separated from everything else. How am I gonna do this? Well, before I know the stream, I guess I'll double check to make sure the alignment's good. For this alignment, it is on two-way here, and one out. And wait, actually, what number is it? 97, 98. That is correct. All right. And then the next one is like after with side order of 6. And then on this, all right. After with a side order of 6. Well, this one's a 7. That might not be good. I'm gonna check something out of curiosity. Because this one's gonna be the funny part of it all. Aha. So that might be the problem. 6 on the wedge. Okay. I might understand what's happening. And this is a 4 again. This is a 4. Okay. This alignment right here is on there. The other one isn't. But the weird part is that the alignment is off on that one as well. But it still does it, which is weird. So I think what I'll do is that for now, I'll put it like this. Because I think what also happens is that either one side is definitely wider than the other. which might present a problem at some point. But for now, I'm gonna make sure both of these are aligned as much as I can. I'm gonna do a double check on the width. So like this is 41, 42. Okay. All right. 41, 42. This is a 6. This is technically still on there. Oh, this is smaller. How did I not notice this? Alright, well... Oh, that's why. I fucked up on the... Well, I could still technically fix this. I mean, this is not going to be a problem, because this should technically move a little bit forward. But it's definitely going to make it look weird. But if I don't put it, it's going to make it look weirder. So at some point, I'm going to have to fix that off stream. This one's going to be a little bit annoying, these two. And I got to put one more over there. I'm trying to make sure they're both evenly out, which might require me to take that out and put it over there. But you guys will see that in the next time I stream, which I'll see you guys later. Be sure to subscribe to me on YouTube and be sure to follow me on Twitch. Both are available, link in the description. And until then, this is your boy IronSmasher 1024, and I will see you guys later. Peace of cake.